Hi everyone, it is me, Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about, you know, when someone talks about why you do not, why I don't shift out my films. It tends to come up. They'll say things like, well, you know, film shift, film shifting is your friend. No, I'm sorry, Hulk, it's not my friend. Um, It never will be my friend. Why do folks say that for? I don't know. Mostly it would be haters or trolls that would say it, coming up with the belief that, you know, well, see, there's your thing right there. Haters and trolls will always shift the goal steeple. They'll always shift their standard. You'll never meet their standard. Well, I know, and it was never my goal to meet their standard, and I never will. But yeah, why don't you skim or cut or clean your films? Why? Well, take first off, it takes too much work to do it. You know. Two, none of the tools really are that outstanding. I mean, yes, it's like here we'll make you a beginning sheet and an end sheet to your film. You want your film brighter or darker? Yeah, we can do that for you. Well, you want to cut something out? Well, that's when you're asking too much of any of those tools, because then you'll misperch your film. It's always going to be a hit and miss. And don't forget about how you have to fillet the film once you're done making any shifts you have made to it, and that takes time too. And that's probably how the new small soft Windows film shifter works like. That's probably how VLC player works like. And hell, we all know that's how the YouTube one works. Yeah, when I know. See, Hulk knows that those tools take time. It takes too much time. Yeah, and at the end of the day, it doesn't make the film any more outstanding or good, or that's all in the belief of who's watching your film, if it's good or not. So I don't do that. And if that makes my film unwatchable by some, oh well. And if that's what makes, and if trolls and haters think that everyone should do that, well, I'm not going to live up to their standards. Well, yeah, all those tools really either seem to be too strong or they seem to be too weak. Well, no, the truth is, Hulk, they're all weak. They're not strong. You know, they're all weak. They don't really do that much. And some of them don't work very well. And I would make a guess that the Apple iFilm probably does the same thing. It probably takes too much time. Probably can make, does the same thing. Or Mackie Cam, I guess, or small shooter, we'll say. And Last Cut and the Sony Vegas film shifter tool probably will take too much time. Probably give you beginning and end sheet to your film, make your films brighter, darker. They probably a hit and miss when it comes to cutting things down. Probably don't do very well with that anyway. You know, and probably take too long to fillet any films that you did happen to be lucky enough to get it to work right. Yeah, you're asking too much when it comes to that. Yeah, I know. But then I like your films because your films are like, lifelike. Because in true life, you can't skim or cut or clean anything out when it happens, good or bad. So why do so many folks like to do it in their films? I don't know. It's like asking why film businesses and show businesses and play businesses and skilled wrestling businesses like to do that to their shows. I don't know. They just do. But since a lot of folks like to do it and businesses like to do it, doesn't mean I have to do it. You know? Well, you do. Well, you do make an end sheet. Yeah, but that's for the YouTube one or the UA one or the U side. One. That's all it's good at. Beyond that, it's probably right now you're probably asking way too much. For it to work right, and it doesn't work right. Like all of them, you ask to cut out things. That's when you know you're going to besmirch your film. Yeah, and next thing you know, the film gets stuck in filleting because you made all these shifts to your film, and I don't kill what I done to either the small soft one, the Apple one, the Sony one, the small shooter one, the VLC one, or the ArcSoft one if that one's still around, or Last Cut one. I guess that is still out there. I guess. Yeah, it still is. And that's why I don't like to cut. That's why I don't skim or cut or clean my films. Takes too much time. None of the tools work right. They besmirch everything if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I understand that, Jordan. You don't have to skim your films or cut them or clean them or whatever if you don't want to. Well, I don't. So that was me talking with the Hulk or the Big or whatever you want to say about why I don't skim or cut or clean my films, and why haters and trolls would always say, oh, skimmer, cutter, cleaner. They always say the cutter is your friend, or the skimmer is your friend, or the shifter is your friend. Well, it's not. Not to me, it is not a friend to me. If you like this film, follow me over here at the Jordan Long Fairway. Watch the other film I made yesterday over here talking about why fair work does not work for me. I, Jordan Long, and I'll see you later. Bye.